Hi guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I'm just going to be looking over my last Polaris match against Tommy Langaker. Okay, so in this match, obviously Tommy Langaker is a super experienced opponent, a really clever opponent. So going into this match, especially with the style of grappling that I have, I knew that I couldn't just submit Tommy straight away, so I had to actually use a little bit of strategy in this match. And my plan here was to try and make Tommy as tired as possible over time to give myself the best chance again a submission towards the back end of the match. Obviously Tommy has been a world champion, gi and no gi. So even though we've had some really tough matches in grappling over the years, I'd put Tommy up there as one of the best people I've grappled with.
You know, you said you don't really watch like tape, you don't like watching jiu-jitsu as much. You were saying you had like more of a professional approach to this. Like, did you watch more jiu-jitsu?
I didn't watch more, mate, no. I just kind of, like over the years, I just kind of learnt my strengths. And when you get to this sort of level of grappling, it's like, it's very hard to submit people when they're fresh. So my game would be kind of the same against everyone, and that's making them tired over time, really. So like, here from the beginning, obviously there'd been some talk about Tommy, whether he'd look to wrestle or whether he'd pull guard. He's obviously come out and wrestled, which like, for me, was absolutely perfect. And I don't mean that because I could be able to take him down. I mean that because Tommy is more of a guard player than he is a wrestler. So even though he is good on his feet as well now, if you're looking at efficiency, Tommy's going to be much more efficient playing guard than he is wrestling. So as soon as I felt that Tommy was looking to stand, I was very happy, but not in a way where I can take him down easily and put him back into where he wants to be, which is playing guard. So as soon as I realised he was going to stand for this first round, my aim wasn't actually taking him down. It was just to get him to work as hard as possible, keep him moving, and keep him really reactive, because I know that's the way he's going to use the most energy. I remember when we first gripped up, he was like surprisingly strong. But on top of that, again, I think that is the lack of efficiency as well, and he was putting a lot of energy into everything he was doing, which exactly ties straight into what I want in terms of making him tired over time.
Did you expect it to start like that?
No, like, he did say it all the way through, but loads of people say that, and I still expect him to pull, but like, he did come out and wrestle. Because the thing is, when it's submission only, there shouldn't be any fear in standing, because if you get tucked down, there's not even any points for it. But yeah, I think on Tommy's behalf in this match, this was a bit of a mistake, because I feel like this first 5 minutes took a lot out of him. It's obviously quite high paced as well. Even things like this where you're just standing on one leg, it's like, it's clever. It makes it very hard for me to take him down, but you actually use a lot of energy. This match is going to 15 minutes in total, so you've got to look to be as efficient as you can all the way through, really.
Do you like the new adaptation of like the MMA style rounds and grappling?
I love it, mate. It suits me. Like, for me, the longer the matches, the better. Like, my grappling game's like pretty straightforward. I'm aiming to get on top from everywhere, stay on top, make you work as hard as possible. Basically look to make you give up. Give me a submission towards the end. So like, a 5 minute match for me is just not good at all. Whereas if you give me 3 5s, even when I've been sparring with people here and we've been doing 3 5s, some high level people, we can have close rounds for 2 rounds, but then I feel in the 3rd round I take over quite a bit. So 3 5s or no time limit would literally be my go-to. So there's no rush. I can just take my time and make people tired.
What are you guys doing out there? You haven't liked, subscribed, or shared to our YouTube channel? Please do. It helps us out. Do it now. Also, if you put in the discount code YouTube10, you will receive 10% off of merchandise and training. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, YouTube10, get yourself 10% off, and do it now.
So obviously in this first round, there's just a lot of hand fighting, which is always the case if you get 2 people who are clever and they know the game and they know the grips and they know the importance of winning inside position. It can end up like this sometimes, even though there has been a couple of scrambles. But already now, like 90 seconds towards the end, I was feeling it as well. But to be fair, this is just how I train, so it's kind of, I'm very, very used to feeling like this anyway. I could feel Tommy was getting a bit tired. I managed to pass his elbows there. So that technique that I used there, I think a breakdown I did for Bangtao a while ago in training, we went through this takedown as well. It's a bit of an unorthodox takedown. So here we go. So I've took a 2-on-1 instead. So I think sometimes when matches are like this and people are being pretty tactical and it's a very hard fight within the hand fight, people can get very used to just working in straight lines. Everything kind of looks the same. So I use this 2-on-1 to take Tommy out of line and get a different reaction and give him something different to think about, because we've been going just under 3 minutes now and I've managed to nearly take him down but not secure anything. Now, what I've been doing a lot here now is, again, just to get him concentrating on a takedown, which I don't actually want. So what I'm going to do now is, from the 2-on-1, I'm going to take it again now. Yeah, here we go. So from the 2-on-1, I'm going to show him what in judo we'd call an osotogara. So I'm just going to hook the outside of his knee. Yeah, so 2-on-1. So I hook the outside of the knee, which makes him think I actually want to throw him forwards. But I've got no intentions of throwing him forwards, but when he concentrates on me hooking the back of his knee, I'm actually passing his elbow through, because all I'm looking to do is get my chest behind his elbows, and then I manage to connect it to his hips. Tommy actually does a really good job. Obviously, he's an unreal grappler at rolling through, so we end up in a bit of a scramble. But for me, like, as long as I can keep control of his hips, I should win the next exchange, which means Tommy ends up pulling guard. And that's probably what won me, the decisive thing that won me this first round, was to secure a takedown, put him flat, and keep the top position. We've only got 1 minute left. Obviously, Tommy's got a really, really good guard. I don't watch much grappling at all. I must have watched a match or two of Tommy's and I realised when he plays guard, he likes to keep his feet in front of your hips to control the space and play like a K-guard game. So I was very aware of that. And every time a foot came in front of me, I addressed it, got it out of the way and kept applying pressure. So here he comes up to a dogfight. And then anyone that knows Tommy Langaker as well knows he's very, very good at getting to people's backs and finishing when he gets there. So when he comes up to the dogfight, normally I'd stay on my knees and play the game from there, but I did not want Tommy getting behind me at all. So for me, because obviously I'm very confident on the feet, when we got to this position, I just chose to stand, keeping a whizzer. So now that almost puts him in a position where he doesn't have many options at all, apart from building back to his feet, or we end up in this stalemate and where I'm almost bringing him back to a hip. He's going to wrestle back up. The aim for me is to keep my knee line clear. So if he gets my knee inside his half guard, he has more pressure on my hips. He can start torquing the knee. He has more chance for sweep. As you can see, I'm just keeping my right knee clear all the time. I have a left hand post. I'm just threatening an uchimata, which stops him coming forward as much. Let me just put him to a hip one more time. And that should take us to the end of the round.
How many times have you fought in Polaris?
I think that was my eighth match on Polaris, yeah. I think I'm 6-2. I lost 2 matches just by points in both Grand Prix that I've done. Every like super fight or super match that I've had on there, I've won. There's been 6 of them.
What's been your favourite super fight that you've done?
Mate, probably this one, just because I've had some great matches on there. But Tommy's just a massive name, and to actually manage to finish him as well with the game plan that I had. I don't have a coach or anything, you know what I mean? So I'm like making up my own shit, making up my own game plans. And then for it to work out against someone as good as Tommy, it was just pretty good.
You said one of your favourite career wins, so what?
I thought, in grappling for sure, yeah. So obviously now Tommy's tired, I'm tired as well, because like if you wrestle, anyone will know, if you stay on your feet for 5 minutes and you have multiple scrambles, it's the hardest part of grappling. So we're both tired at this point, but As I say, I do a lot of work on the feet, so I am very, very used to feeling like this, so I'm not going to slow down. And when Tommy starts this second round now, he pulls guard. Like I said at the beginning, Tommy's got a really good guard, and straight away, like I said, he's putting his feet on my hips. This is a really good way for him to maintain distance, to control the distance and stop me applying pressure. So whenever you're in top position and your opponent's placing his feet on your hips, make sure that you don't ignore them and keep trying to press forward. And every time a foot's in front of you, and we'll spar that here at Bangtao, every time a foot's in front of you, you have to not ignore it, address it, get rid of it, so then you can actually apply your pressure. So when Tommy pulled guard in this round, again, like we said at the beginning, the plan was to make him tired over time and try and get a finish in the third. So Tommy's known to have an unbelievable guard and be super, super flexible. And so for me in this now, the way I was aiming on making him tired is just making him work again. It's like all of this is perfect for me. He looks to keep wrestling up in this half guard position. But in this dogfight position where we're at now, I feel absolutely fine. And this is where judo really helps me, because he can feel that if he brings them knees off the mat, I will be able to throw him back to a hip. So the more that he's, like this for him here is really, really hard work. He's working very hard here. And every time it fails, I'm going back to this almost like a camping position. So you can see like my right hand is in his armpit. So that's going to make it much harder for him to get an under-up with this left hand, which is what he's trying to do at the moment. He's trying to play deep half all the time and look to wrestle up. So to try and nullify that, the best way I can, I keep a C-grip in his armpit. And you can see my head is right in the box. So we say this all the time here as well. Your head needs to be either touching the chest or be in line with the chest. So that means all my body weight's central. And you can't really see it here right now, but my left hand will be on his knee, which it is there. And the purpose of that is to stop him being able to lift his knee, because if he can lift his knee, he can place his feet on my hips and keep me away. So there's a reason for everything we're doing here. And it's because I'm allowed now, putting myself in this position, I can use as much weight as I can. It makes Tommy have to work really hard to keep me off him. Which again now, considering we've only been going in the second round for like a minute 50, there's been a couple of scrambles in there. Tommy's had 2 or 3 exchanges where he's had to work really hard. And we've ended up back in this position where I'm still making him push me away. Like you can see here, I'm just trying to pull on his head. Because again, I know his reaction is going to be to pull away. And to get space, he's going to have to push with his arms. So it all just ties into making him tired in the later stage of the match. Every time a foot's in front, you just got to address it and get rid. We're tying up to his hips. Because now I'm putting him in a position here where you can see my right arm's across his knee shield. I was going for a tight waist with the right hand in the effort to smash the knee shield. If he lets me smash it, I can pass. But the only way he can stop me smashing it is by pushing away, which always just trying to build into making him fatigued. The foot's on the hip, so we move it again. You just got to make that a habit. If the foot's on the hip, you can't be ignoring it. You got to move it and keep going forward. See, I'm using the hips again just to smash the knee shield, make him push me away. The foot's in front again, so I'm not going to do anything until I pass that foot. There we go. Head's still in the box. See, I just got my knees off the mat now, so he's carrying everything. So we've got 1 minute and 40 left. I've not passed, but there's actually been a lot of hard work in here. Like if you understand grappling and you watch this, you'll understand how tiring this fight is, and you can see he's already getting tired now. There's 1 minute 25 left. There's something we're doing a lot as well as controlling the top frame. So Tommy's left hand. So you can see a lot of the time, see how he's framing now. A lot of people try and ignore them frames and keep going forward, when if you actually sat down and thought about it, the reason you won't be able to move forward is because of them frames. So it's stupid not to address them. So once we're past the feet, he's got the feet back in front of me again. We get past them feet, then he frames. And when he frames, I'm always going to address them frames. So for me, someone who has a good knee shield is the top elbow will be sat inside the top knee. if you can move that top elbow, press it into his stomach, then the knee shield becomes really weak. And again, the only way you can recover it is by making a massive effort. This is when I started to feel like he was getting really tired now. Is when I started to drop my hips. In this last 15 seconds or so, I could feel the knee shield getting a bit weaker, which you can see now. I'm starting to be able to build some height. I'm getting tight. I'm getting a good grip on his top shoulder, like a high shoulder grip. And I'm managing to get the collar tie as well. And just from doing this so much, I know when I manage to get them grips on people that there's not long left until they allow me to get into half guard, and then I'm going to pass from there. So that's the end of round 2. The game I've played though has actually made him super tired. But for me, I've not actually used much energy at all. So I remember feeling much, much fresher at the end of this round than what I did at the end of round 1. And then looking across the mat and seeing how tired Tommy was, it was basically perfect. So going into the third now, they actually give that round to Tommy, which I didn't mind because I felt how tired he was. So going into round 3 now, I knew if I put him straight back into that position, I can definitely pass. And once I pass, after playing a game like this, people tend to have much left, so I'd have my best chance of finishing it. So for me, I just wanted to get it started as quick as we could. I see Tommy was absolutely exhausted. And that's why I hit a double leg and took him down straight away, because I thought if I put him back here now, if his guard felt anything like it did in the last 20 seconds, I'm going to be able to pass. He gave it one Hail Mary with that rubber guard attempt, but I didn't really feel the threat. I just kept the weight to my right, played it patiently and just cleared the line of my elbow when I had a chance. So the knee shield just doesn't feel the same anymore. Like, all the resistance now feels about 50% of what it was in the last round. You can see I'm already managing to get chest over chest. And I'm getting extension from him as well. When he extends his leg, I kick back. It's almost like a variation of a Toriando pass, which gives me side control. And Tommy looks to turn away and build to an elbow. And you can see how I use the right club. It's like a claw grip to bring him back to a shoulder. And when someone's scrambling like this, what I need to be doing now is look to control his lower body. So if Tommy's trying to turn to his left and get back to turtle, if I just try and stay tight on his upper body, I ain't controlling his hips. And if I'm not controlling his hips, he's going to manage to get back to turtle. So at some point here, I should be kicking a leg over to try and control his lower body. So I'm going like arm triangle grip or claw grip first. You see my right leg now is starting to build. Now it's coming over. So now we control, see, this is like the best way I could pin someone, is by controlling his upper body and his lower body. So if we can do that, applies in every position as well. So if you can control upper and lower body, that could be a claw grip on the upper body, that could be stapling someone's wrist. If you can do any of them or control the upper body anyway, and then control the leg as well, it's going to be much, much harder for your opponent to get out in comparison to if you just control the legs or you just control their upper body on their own. So that's exactly why I've done that here, because I just need to keep him in this position for a little bit. Because he was on his side, I threatened an arm triangle, but I've seen Tommy on Polaris a lot. He doesn't seem to tap at all, really. I've seen him in some ridiculous positions and he's not tapped. Now this is exactly what I want now. I know how tired he is. I can hear him breathing. And like, this is genuinely my game. This is where most of my taps come from. So there's no rush to finish this arm triangle. It's all just building pressure. It's not nice being where Tommy is. I take the pass to mount. Just in case I don't get the finish, it's just a massively dominant position. Now, I've took the head, he was using his hand on his head to frame, to get some breathing space. And I know now if I take that away, again, this wasn't actually me trying to get a submission, it was just trying to be as horrible as I can on top and get some big reactions and just absolutely fatigue him. So you can see as soon as I took the hand off the head, now I'm able to cover his nose and mouth from his shoulder. Now it's getting really hard for him to breathe, which is exactly why he's pulling on my shoulder. So that's a fantastic sign. If you're absolutely pressuring someone on top and you're putting your shoulder over the mouth and they actually use their free hand to try and pull it off, you know that you're doing the right thing. Threaten the arm triangle again. Puts the hand back on the head, but now we start getting some massive reactions. So he's doing massive bridges, which isn't super technical. So again, if you get people and they just start bridging like this, I feel through as being in this position so much that you're not far from a finish. So yeah, this isn't going to finish. Again, he's got the hand on the head. It's just building pressure. And I'll do this happily over and over for the next 15 minutes if I have to. You get another big bridge, which gives me mounts. Now I'll put that middle finger of my right hand connects to his armpit, which gives me a really effective crossface. And all I do right now is drive that crossface in, and my shoulder ends up covering his nose and mouth, so I'm not actually trying to submit him here. This is just, people do tap here because they can't breathe, but it's not actually a submission. And he's just tapped in the end. I think it was just pure fatigue rather than a submission.
What was it like when he tapped and you did the submission?
It was just good because of who it was. Like, honestly, like if you see like on my social media, like all the videos I post of sparring and that, like, mate, I don't have many more submissions. Like, I don't have loads of submissions. I'll do that. Arm triangles, rear naked choke. Obviously, I can do more like arm bars and stuff, but they're definitely not go-tos. Maybe a Kimura in there as well. But, so I wasn't shocked when he tapped there, because like, a lot of people I spar with, that's exactly how it feels, and it's exactly what happens. But Tommy's just known for not tapping. Like, there's a video that went massively viral of Tommy against Oliver Tarza on Polaris, and he was in like a ridiculous heel hook, and it just looked like his leg was going to snap. And he just sat in it smiling and didn't tap. So for him to tap there and basically just give up was like really satisfying, especially because it was for a title as well. I've been on Polaris 8 times now, so to get a title now is like bang on there. So that was my breakdown from Polaris 33. If you want to see me break down any more matches or any more training footage in the future, just drop it down in the comments below and we'll get on with it.